Mega Mike the Movie Man here. Welcome to my channel. We have an awesome stream planned for you all tonight. We are ranking some James Cameron movies. So we all have our ranking list out here. I'm joined today by some awesome blue tubers and collectors out there. So you're going to be able to see our top 5 ranking of our personal favorite James Cameron movies. So let's get right into this, bringing out some of our guests here. So let's get in. Ben Buster in the house. How we doing out there?
I'm doing well. How is everyone else doing tonight? How are you doing tonight, Mike?
Oh, I am doing great. I will have to ask the question because you are the master of busting the bins.
Yep.
Have you ever found some James Cameron titles in the bins?
Not recently, but I mean, I've been doing the bin busting stuff, like diving through those bins since I was younger. I've found Titanic. That's pretty much it's been Titanic and like Terminator 2 are all the ones that I normally see in there.
Well, that's pretty good because those James Cameron titles can be tough to find. So if you can find bin, I'm pretty impressed.
Yes. And I'm looking forward to tonight. Out of any director, it's the one I have the most of because filmography is not that big.
But when he makes them, he makes some quality ones.
He does. He does.
All right, so let's bring out the master of the movie dungeons. Pops, how we doing?
What's up, man? How you doing, Mike?
Oh, I'm doing good.
I appreciate you having me on, man. Yeah, my first time on your channel, man. I'm excited to be here. Appreciate the invite.
I know your channel debut.
Yeah, man. So, big James Cameron fan, excited to do this. I had a little bit of trouble with my bottom 2. Top 3 were pretty solid, but yeah, I'm excited to dig into them, man. See what you guys pick.
Yeah, I feel like we'll have a lot of that tonight. I'm like, okay, the top, I got it down. But the last couple, I'm like, it could go a few different ways. So, like, I made some last minute
changing them out
here.
Right.
Yep.
All right. So, we know James Cameron is a fan of water, and no stranger to the water is Fish the film collector. How we doing, Fish?
Hey, guys. Hey, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Of course. You ready to talk some James Cameron tonight?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see.
My top 3 are pretty solid. The last 2 flip flop. Yeah.
Yep.
And you also seen Way of Water as well, Fish, because you were on my post game show for that. So we have an extra kind of title to play around in our piles with that one. If it does make one of our list, of course, but that's kind of fun too.
Yeah. Always nice to have something new to watch and kind of maybe mess around with your top whatevers. That's always fun.
All right, and let's bring out, of course, always fashionably late, I'm sure, on purpose. Last American Girl, how we doing out there? You're the last one, so we had to get you in the stream.
Okay, sorry. Always, as you said, fashionably late. Been a few really fast-paced days. So, Last American Girl here. Glad to be back here with Mike and all of you esteemed gentlemen. What are my qualifications? Very minimal, but I do love movies and I love James Cameron ones.
Well, actually, Last American Girl, I'm sure you're very qualified because you're in California just like me, and we've been having some rainstorms here, at least in my area. Have you been feeling the same today? Have you been getting some rain?
Not today, but especially on Thursday. I think I told you that I needed to go to a convention, and on the way there, the rains were outrageous. You could feel it pouring over the car. Terrifying. Don't drive in the rain, friends.
See, well, we're all used to the water now, just like James Cameron, so that is great. And, of course, to go along with that, make sure you splash that subscribe button, that like, that comment. Don't be afraid to get them wet. Okay, we are sticking in theme tonight for James Cameron's love of the water. So definitely splash those out there. All right, and let's go ahead and check in with the comments to see how everybody is doing out there. We got Adrian in the house. Hey, Mike and everyone. We got Huck. Hey, Adrian. And dang, look at the stellar cast. Go, Mike and company.
What's up, Buck?
We got Alex. Whoop, whoop. We got Craig.
Sup?
Hi, Mike. Got Magic Hands. So we got some magic in here tonight. That's always good. What's up, everyone? Got Rob Knapp. What's up, everyone? Got Darvin saying hey. Got Michael. Hi, everyone. Ooh, we got Wild Wrangler. What's up, Pops?
What's up, Wild Wrangler?
Thank you for joining Wild Wrangler. I think it's my first time seeing you on my channel, so thanks for being here. We got Adrian again. Hey there, Ben Buster and Pops.
What's going on,
We
Adrian?
got that spicy 4K
Hey,
action.
Adrian.
What's up, Mike and chat? Nice to see Pops on the channel. Yes, this is Pops' channel debut on my channel here.
Yeah, man.
So this is a
Excited to
great
be here, man.
celebration. We got Adrian. Hey there, Fish. We got the
Hey,
view
Adrian.
with Drew. Hey, what's up? Got Benny. Hey, everyone. Got Holland Oates. What's up, everyone? Anthony's Horror and More. What's up, Pops?
What's up,
Mega
Anthony?
Movie Mom is here. Hi, everyone. Adrian. Hey, Holland. Wild Wrangler. Oates. Yep. Holland Oates and Anthony's Horror and More. What's up? All right, Holland Oates. Hey, Adrian, Anthony, and Wild Wrangler. And we got the original Fuzz. How's it going? Awesome. So we got a stacked audience tonight as well. So this is great. Once again, a reminder, everybody's channel links are in the description below. So make sure you visit their channel as well and watch all the videos you can, because I know everybody greatly appreciates that. But let's get into first our fifth favorite James Cameron movie. And we're going to start it off here with some Bin Buster action. What do we got?
You're here, you're far, no matter where you are. You just want to hear Celine Dion, and sometimes you just can't get enough of that song. Sometimes it's just so annoying. But it was perfect for the movie Titanic. I was looking all around today to try and find my copy of it. I just couldn't, so I'm not going to show it. But my number 5 of James Cameron, for me personally, is the movie Titanic. I love this historical epic, I guess you could say it is. But all I gotta say is there was room for Jack on that raft, on that door. There was room for Jack. There was room. Yeah.
I know what happened to poor old Jack. They didn't let Jack on the door.
Yeah.
And I watched it again
Yeah.
last night, and I saw Jack almost at first try to get on the door. It looked like he was struggling, but I don't think he tried hard enough. I felt like they could have done some maneuvering,
Oh yeah,
back them together. I mean,
yeah.
did something.
They could have fit. They could have balanced out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have
Maybe
took
give him
turns.
like half the
you know.
door or something.
Well, they were in cold water. You would think the body heat would at least keep them warm.
Yeah. I don't know. Jack just kind of gave up there, though. All right. So let's look at now Pop's movie dungeon. What do we got for number
Well,
5?
My number 5, no surprise that I don't have this here because we don't have this on Blu-ray. We don't have this on 4K. And that's going to be the 1994 classic True Lies. I rewatched this a few days ago to get ready for the stream. Movie holds up. It's got a great cast. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Arnold, Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton don't have a great big role in this, but he's absolutely fantastic in this. Rest in peace. Love Bill Paxton. I think Tom Arnold and Arnold Schwarzenegger are great together. I wish they'd have done more stuff together. Such a great movie. It's very rewatchable. It holds up. Can't believe we don't have a Blu-ray or 4K. So here it is. I'm holding up my soon-to-be 4K, hopefully, of True Lies. But that's going to be my number 5.
And so, Pops, did you go with streaming it then to watch it, or renting it, or
Let's
or
just
has it
say
been
that
some time?
just in case
Or
there's
other
some
methods.
legal folks watching, I'm not going to speak. I'm going to say it wasn't necessarily on the up and up.
No worries. You
And the
were
quality was terrible.
sailing the high seas.
Let's just say that during my watch, somebody walked across the camera in the theater. So it wasn't the highest quality. But,
That could have
we
been
got
the
the job
special
done.
edition, though. You never know.
That was
was a
James
remix.
Cameron. You know, he was.
Yeah, exactly.
The director's cut right
So-
there.
But hopefully
Oh,
soon that'll be
goodness.
fixed.
I know. Hopefully we get that 4K soon. I think it's still rumored though, right? I don't think it's official yet.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's just rumored right now. Yeah.
I think it's rumored. Yeah.
We need that. We need that 4K though. It's so good. It was on streaming at one point, I think, when I went to watch it. I don't know. It might have been a year or so ago, but maybe off of streaming right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Last American Girl. What do we got for number 5?
Hello, everyone. Number 5 is actually my only sequel on this list, and I'll tell you that it's Terminator 2. Recently, I've been asking my friends in preparation for this that I do this, and I realized that I'd actually never seen the Terminator movies, and which is a huge shock for me since I love post-apocalyptic robot movies. Like, RoboCop is one of my favorite movies. So I told my friends, I told my dad, and they were like, "This is impossible. We're gonna watch these." So we marathoned them a little, and Terminator 2 matches up very nicely with the first. So that's number 5 for me.
Last American Girl. I don't know what I'm more shocked about. Whether that you just watched Terminator 2 or that is number 5 on your list. I'm like in complete shock right now.
Why?
What's going on here? What is this?
Especially when she says she loves robotic, like post-apocalyptic these. So
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's the hot take for the evening. Spicing it up here. So that's fair. Oh my goodness. Just watch Terminator 2. I don't think I ever heard that before. That's amazing. All right, Fish, you look like you were in shock by that just a little bit.
I was a little bit, considering I saw T2 in the theater when it came out. So, but yeah, no, absolutely. There are plenty of people who haven't seen Terminator 2. I know. I watch a lot of reaction videos, and a lot of them are just now reacting to Terminator and Terminator 2. So it's not surprising. Not surprising. I mean, it is, but it's not. You know. So. But I love that people are actually watching it. So that is awesome. But my number 5, I got you, Pops. I got you here. True Lies. My number 5.
Go,
yeah, I've had this DVD forever, probably since it came out on DVD. But yeah, I agree with you, Pops. Tom Arnold, Arnold Schwarzenegger, great chemistry together. Bill Paxton was hilarious. Jamie Lee Curtis is amazing in everything she does. Little Eliza Dushku had a little action in there as well, so that was cool. But yeah, just an overall great fun spy adventure comedy. So Tia Carrera, she's awesome as one of the villains in that. So yeah, so True Lies, my number 5.
Yeah, and you got that DVD copy. I'm like, I need that because I think I went on Amazon. I don't think it was available, at least from what I was checking. I think it was sold out or was like way overpriced.
One or the two, yeah, probably.
All right, let's go to my number 5 now. Yeah, this one I debated about. I'm like, should I even put this on the list? Because it was a first time watch for me, but I had to go with it. That's going to be The Abyss, the special edition. This was a very tough movie to track down. Just kind of like True Lies, very difficult to find. I had to order this DVD French copy off of Amazon, and it took forever to get to me. But at least I got a copy of it, which works just fine. But I like the movie overall. I like how it's very atmospheric. You can kind of see where James Cameron got his love of water from, because I think the water effects for the time actually look pretty good. Well, now today maybe don't keep up as much, but for the time they definitely look pretty cool. So water effects work for me, and it's just kind of a relaxing movie for me for the most part of it. Yeah, it is kind of long. Yeah, it can drag in some points, but then once again, it just makes it more relaxing. I did like seeing the creatures. They were like jellyfish looking with the glow to them. So they were pretty cool. So it just felt like a nice movie to explore underwater. But I could see people not liking this one because once again, it does, kind of overstay its welcome with the runtime. And it's not the most action-packed James Cameron movie, definitely. But had to put it on the list just because I enjoyed my first time watch. And it was super tough to track down. So I'm like, I'm gonna put you on the list somewhere. So you get number 5. But there we go. Let's check in with the comments here. All right, let's see where we are at. So did anybody have any surprises with anybody's number 5th pick?
Oh, maybe
Besides the Terminator 2. Terminator 2
Wait, are you gonna say it? You're gonna say it? No.
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 I
No,
know.
for being a first time watch for you, I'm actually glad that they made your list. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
The View with Drew says, tell me if you agree Terminator 2 is James Cameron's best movie. Well, we will get to that, The View with Drew. We have to see everybody's number 1 pick. But we already know it's somebody's not favorite James Cameron movie. So Michael says, I agree. Okay, a lot of people like T2. Yes, The View with Drew says, I also think T2 is the best action movie ever made personally. Ooh. Anthony's Horror More says, what up, Holland and Wrangler? Michael says, View with Drew, I say T2 is the second greatest action movie behind Braveheart. Braveheart is a really good one.
Braveheart is good.
The View with Drew says, I haven't seen Braveheart, but would like to. That's another shocker out there. You got to get on that, Drew. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great movie. I know there's a lot of shocking moments here, but it's okay. We're bringing up these movies now so people can watch
I
them.
think it's because these movies they came out before a lot of us were born, so it's just kind of difficult to catch up on all those movies.
Last American Girl, you didn't grow up with Terminator 2? You didn't have the VHS copy? I had the VHS copy in my house. We're not that young. When
We're
did
not that
Terminator 2
young, but
come
we're
out
also
again?
not that old.
When did that one come out? Somebody let me know. When did T2 come out?
91.
91.
Yeah, 91.
Okay, so it was before our time, just by a little bit, but okay.
I graduated high school in 1989. So, it was right in my wheelhouse when it came out.
I was 7.
13. I was 13 when that came out.
Yep.
Yes. Me and Last American Girl, we weren't born yet.
Nope.
But for some reason,
Not for a few
my
years.
family still had the VHSs. When I went to VHS, we still had those. So.
Yeah, my parents
Yeah.
owned like a little mom and pop rental business,
nice.
movie rental business, and that was one of the ones I had. But I mean, it was so long ago that some people took the movies and that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's one of them that we didn't have, because we have a lot of really cool classic VHSs, even now. But most of them, this was in Mexico, so they stayed in Mexico.
Fair enough. Video Man and Gizmo says, Pops, who is all the beautiful girls tonight? I just woke up for your stream and I had to rap. Whoa, what?
Yeah, he's
I don't know
Norway.
what that
He's,
means. Gizmo's
joking
always
around.
saying stuff
he's
that
from
I'm
Norway.
like,
His
Gizmo.
sense of humor is a little off, but he's a pretty cool guy. He's a good friend of mine. He's
Been
just
jumping
joking
on
around.
my stream, so I appreciate you, Gizmo.
Yeah, he's a good
Gizmo,
guy.
this is a family-friendly channel here.
I just texted him and said, "Man, take it easy, buddy. Take it easy." This is a G-rated show. My streams get a little more risque over there, so I had to pull his leash a little bit.
It's still early PM.
Right.
Yes, we're not at the after-hours special yet. That's
Right.
got to get at least an hour in before that happens. All right, yeah. So View with Drew says, I will put Braveheart on my must-watch list. Absolutely. Yes, Alexander Rapp says, did she just list T2 as the worst? Well, not the worst. This is top 5 best. So there is no
Right, top
worst
5
on
best.
anybody's list.
There you go.
Yeah, these are all good titles. These are the top 5, okay? All right, Michael says, Last America, you only put T2 in 5th? It's a hot take.
That's what.
Yeah, he says, I am also shocked. He was so shocked, he couldn't even put the S in shocked. It was just a hot.
Okay, and you will see if you've seen me guest star in another of Mike's videos, you'll notice that I have a big novelty factor. So as soon as I walk out of a movie, or as soon as I see a movie, it's like, that's the best movie I've ever seen. I'm so
Ooh,
impressed.
the
And I go back
recency
and
bias.
that I go back to it, and it's like, huh.
Alex says some blasphemy. Michael, the very first rated R movie I saw was T2. That's probably one of my early ones too. Let's see. Oh yeah, Gizmo says peace and love. I like the name Last American Girl. I think I will steal that name and get what? Gizmo. Save that for the after hour special. All right, Benny. Yeah, oh, Benny's in the house. Yeah, Benny. All right, Benny says T2 is great. I can't even count how many times I've seen it.
Came to my defense. He was one of the people I talked to about it.
They're
actually on right now.
All right, Adrian says T2 would be in my top 3. All right, Mike says True Lies symbolizes Arnold as governor. I don't know what that means. Now we're getting political. You guys are just bringing all sorts of stuff tonight. All right, Mike says by title only. All right. Okay, now I don't even know what Hall & Oates is saying.
Elijah Dushku.
Oh, okay.
He's the daughter in True Lies. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go. I'm like, what? I didn't know. Okay, there we go. Makes sense. I'm terrible with like actors and actresses' names. Like I just realized Kate Winslet, is like Rose in Titanic. Like I'm like, I feel like I've never seen that actress in anything else. And then I looked at the filmography and I'm like, wait, she's in a ton of movies I've seen. I just never made that connection.
Yes.
I'm like, she looks way different as Rose though. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay.
Kind of like Billy Zane in that movie.
Yeah.
She was really young. I think she was only like, I don't remember how old she was, but she was really young when she filmed it. So by the time she was like rehired for other things, like she'd already aged quite a bit.
Rob Knapp says T2 top 3, and it's not 3. I don't know what that means. All right, Michael says my 5th place would be The Abyss. Ooh, we tied. Though, if Alita Battle Angel counts, I would put Aliens 5th and Avatar 4th. Michael says all of his movies start with the letters A or T.
Nope, not true.
Not all of them.
What were
But
some
it was
other
on
ones?
my
Not all of
list.
Piranha 2 doesn't start with A or T.
Oh, yep. You can't forget the Piranha 2. That's true. Wild Wrangler says the Abyss runtime is normal today.
Yeah,
well,
that's
like
true.
in the last few months, I guess, just because like Avatar, Babylon, and all these other I guess, but
Yeah, more
not
common. Yeah.
usually. Let's see. Yeah, Gizmo says 5 for True Lies, 4 The Abyss, 3 Aliens, 2 The Terminator, 1 Terminator 2. Saying hello to Anthony and Holland. Gizmo is. Yeah, Wild Wrangler saying hello to Gizmo. Yeah, everybody's saying hello to Gizmo. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Let's see. Ooh, the original Fuzz says number 5 is True Lies, 4 The Abyss, 3 Terminator, 2 Terminator 1, 1 Aliens. Wild Wrangler says I saw Batman 1989 when I was 5. I saw that one when I was young. That was one of my like first collections I had. Yes, Michael says Wild Wrangler, you must be 38, my age. Original Fuzz says True Lies is my number 5. That is a good one. I did debate about that one going there, but I don't have the copy. I'm like, if they put it on 4K, then maybe. But yes, didn't see Batman in theaters. Wild Wrangler, yep. Somebody saying hello. Yep, everybody's giving the list. Oh, we got media galore in here. Hey, what's up, everybody? We got Dell on movies. What's up? Oh yeah, Dell's gonna be on
Hey,
the
Dell.
stream
What's up, Dell?
tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. Let's see. Yeah, so everybody's just talking about the movies they saw. Let's see. Oh yeah, Alex says Kate is in a lot of movies. Laugh out loud, and she gets naughty in a lot of them too. Ooh.
Okay.
Can you draw me like one of your French girls?
Yeah, like the one I was surprised that she was in because it's like one of my favorite movies was Collateral Beauty. I'm like, I had no idea that was Kate Winslet in there, but that movie was great. Let's see. Craig says number 1, Terminator 2, 2, Aliens, 3, Titanic, 4, Avatar, 5, True Lies. Huck says I also like The Abyss as number 5. Yeah, it's just kind of a relaxing movie to go into, I feel. Let's see. Michael says, watch my sci-fi autographs collection. Oh, nice. I know you always got those autographs, Michael. Everybody saying Little Huck. Okay, Piranha 2 is the only one that doesn't start with an A or T. Let's see. Michael saying, does Alita Battle Angel count? Well, if somebody throws that on their list, well, maybe they will. I don't know. We have to see how these lists play out. Because he was involved in that movie, right? As a producer.
He's producer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Let's go now to our 4th favorite James Cameron movie. Yeah. All right. We'll see if we got any shockers on this one. Ben Buster, what do we got?
For those of you that don't know, I like documentaries. I love them to death. So my number 4 is Ghosts of the Abyss. It's the film that James Cameron did shortly after he did Titanic, where he actually went down and actually took a camera and filmed where the wreckage of the Titanic is. And you learn about the history of the Titanic in that movie and everything. I'm a big history buff, so that not only spoke to me on that level, but also my love of documentaries as well, too. And it was actually pretty cool to see some of that stuff, too, and how some of it's still intact underwater.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting because I'm a documentary fan, too, so I got to check that out at some point. Did you say it was streaming anywhere, Ben Buster?
No, I know you could get it on YouTube for like $3.99.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And you said what's called Titanic something Abyss?
It's just called Ghost of the
Ghost
Abyss.
of the Abyss.
Ghost of the Abyss.
Yeah, Ghost of the Abyss. Yeah.
You're reusing that Abyss title, I see.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's Ghost, so it starts with a G.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to Pop. What do we got?
My number 4 is going to be. I'm joking. It's going to be another water movie. It's going to be The Abyss. Is my number 4. I see this in theaters when it came out. It was absolutely an amazing experience. I don't want to spoil this movie for anybody. I was going back and forth between this one and another movie. I don't want to say which one. I'm not yet anyway. But there's a scene in this movie. Let's just say somebody drowns and their better half has to bring them back. It is such a powerful scene. And it's my favorite scene in the movie. If you've ever seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. This movie came out in 1989. It stars Ed Harris, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. What a name. She's absolutely fantastic in this. After she made this movie, she said it was such a terrible shoot that she would never make a movie in the water again. Ironically, years later, she was in that movie, A Perfect Storm. But if you notice in A Perfect Storm, she's never on the water. And one of the reasons why she refused to do any water scenes in that movie is because of The Abyss. And Michael Biehn is great in this. You know, Michael Biehn pops up in a lot of James Cameron properties. I absolutely love Michael Biehn and everything he does. And he's really good in this. He plays a colonel that kind of goes a little haywire, a little crazy in this. And he plays that character to a T. It's just a fun movie. This movie didn't really do that well. This is probably one of the least financially successful movies of James Cameron. It had a $70 million budget, made about $90 million worldwide. But I think this movie became more of a cult classic down the road. When it came out in theaters, it was kind of a letdown for everybody. But this movie was a blast in theaters. I probably went and seen it 3 or 4 times. I always loved it. I'm really excited about the 4K that's probably coming up sometime soon. Yeah, that's my number 4. And if you didn't have so many good movies, it'd be higher.
Yep.
All right. Got Last American Girl. What do we got?
Alrighty, number 4 comes in at Avatar. Okay, so for this one, it's not so much for the story. I thought the story itself, and we've discussed this, is kind of mid, but for the innovation, for the direction, for his love of technology and trying to implement it in his movies, and kind of what it set off, what it did for movies. I think this was a big turnaround in the industry, and that's why I place it at number 4.
Great choice. Great choice. We still need a 4K of that one, huh? I don't think Avatar's ever gone to 4K either.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah. Is there any James Cameron titles on 4K besides T2? I think that's the only one, right?
I think that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Aliens?
No,
No.
not yet.
No.
Not
I
yet.
Not
got
yet.
the first Alien 4K. Yeah.
Fingers
Not
crossed.
Alien. Mhm.
Not yet.
You know, most of those properties are Fox, so
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Yep.
much chance. Or take a long time. What do we got,
it'll take
Fish?
a while. My number 4 is actually the one that started my love for Cameron. It's the original Terminator. So I do love this movie. It's fantastic. Like I said, it started my love for James Cameron. It was just I love time travel movies. I saw this when I was really young, very, very young. And I don't know, there was just something about the relentlessness of somebody just nonstop coming after you, just sheer terror. You know, it's on the verge. It's an action, but it's on the verge of almost like a horror because you know how terrifying Terminator can be. Linda Hamilton's great in it. Pops was just talking about Michael Biehn, and he's amazing. Like you said, he pops up in a lot of James Cameron stuff. Love Michael Biehn as well. So yeah, Terminator, my number 4.
That's a great slipcover too. That's a
Yeah, it is.
lenticular one, right?
Yeah, it's a lenticular. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I need to grab that.
That's cool. That's nice.
Very nice.
All right, so number 4, I kind of went back and forth with 4 and 3 on this one, but for my number 4, I will have to go Avatar: The Way of Water. Yes, the Avatar sequel. To me, I had to put this on the list just for the experience of it in the theater. I saw it IMAX 3D, so it felt like I was swimming with all the sea life in there. Like the Avatar people look so real to me with the technology now. Like I thought Avatar 1 looked good, but this sequel takes it to a whole new level. Just all the details you can see and all the characters and all the environments is absolutely fantastic. Now, the movie isn't like the best story or something we haven't seen before, but I will say it's an improvement over the first one. So I did like the story a little bit more in the sequel. Also, you get a lot of great action in there. You got the family drama dynamics. I mean, you pretty much have a little bit of, you know, a lot of genres kind of sprinkled in there. And it is a super long movie, over 3 hours. But I will say it doesn't feel that long of a movie because I know when I watched it, I did not want to take a break. I did not want to leave my seat because my eyes were just glued to the screen the whole time because it was just so cool looking. So even though it's a long movie, I think they paced it out well enough with the story to make it actually flow well enough to where I wasn't getting bored for any of it. So yeah, Avatar: Way of Water, just for the technical masterpiece of it and improving on the first one, had to put it on the list at number 4.
Okay.
All right, let's
Still
take
have not
a
seen
look.
it yet, so I couldn't add that to my list yet. I haven't seen it yet.
All right, let's take a look at these comments here. Let's see. All right, let's go to. All right, okay, right here. Let's see. The original Fuzz says, "Sorry about the repeat comments. The deleted a couple to correct." Yeah, I noticed that, original Fuzz. I'm like, oh, why you have your list so many times? But no worries. Let's see. Yeah, Michael was saying with Alita Battle Angel, he wrote and produced. Mid-level media is in the house. What up, y'all?
Ken.
What's up, Ken? What's up, Ken?
Yeah, but everybody's saying what's up to Ken. Everybody's
Yeah, what's
saying,
going on, man?
hey, Kenny Levels in the house. And I think Ken wasn't feeling too well, right, recently? So
Mhm.
hopefully you feel better, Kenny Levels out there. Get healed up quick.
I'm gonna be on Ken's
Um,
Roundtable Wednesday night. Y'all be sure to check that out.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be fun. All right, Michael says, I never saw his documentary. Yeah, I haven't seen that one either, but I'm fascinated with just the Titanic story itself. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. I need to check that one out.
It's really good. It's a couple years after the Titanic came out and everything, and he goes back and talking about it.
2003 it came out. Came out in
Yeah.
2003, so 6 years after Titanic came out.
And how long is the documentary?
I can look that up really quick. Think it's let me see.
It's not 3 hours, is it?
No, it's
It
not.
might be like 2.5.
61 minutes. So it's
It's not short.
61 minutes. Yeah.
Oh,
Hour, basically. Yep. Well, yeah.
Worth an hour.
Mhm.
Mid-level media says ranking
And Bill
James
Paxton
Cameron-
is the narrator in it. So
Oh, that's cool. Yes, ranking James Cameron movies is like ranking your kids. So I'm guessing very tough to do. It is tough to come up with these rankings. There are so many good ones. It's like he doesn't do a lot of movies, but when he does a movie, you know it's
Mhm,
usually
mhm.
quality. So
well,
Delon Movie says, I saw parts of that documentary. What I watched was pretty good.
Mhm.
Yes, Michael says, Pops Movie Dungeon, your Clint Eastwood box behind you is awesome. What's in it? Just Dirty Harry movies? No, there's a lot of movies in there. Isn't that like
no, this is the
100?
entire filmography. It doesn't have his last one he came out with. Everything up until I think everything up to the Mule, but it's got everything he's ever done, everything he's ever directed or acted in. So it's
Nice.
a complete filmography.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Pop,
love
I'm
Clint
gonna have
Eastwood.
to get you.
He's my favorite.
I'm gonna have to get you on a Clint Eastwood ranking stream. No,
let
that
me
one's
know,
gonna be
man.
a
I'll be
little
there.
bit more tougher. There's a lot of movies to go through. Yeah, mid-level media says every Clint movie. Yep. Michael says we need to do a top 5. Yes, we will definitely do that. That is on my list.
A lot
To
to choose
get
from.
to. Alex says my ranking: number 5, The Terminator; 4, Aliens; 3, True Lies; 2, Titanic; and 1, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Honorable mention: Dark Angel TV series. Jessica Alba's in that. I've not seen that TV series.
that's
I
a
don't think.
very
I haven't either.
that's a very good TV series. It's like early 2000s Fox. When like CW and WB first came out, started doing the like young adult stuff. So that's where they were trying to target that with.
Yeah, because I know Alex is a big Jessica Alba fan. So
Mhm.
yeah, that she's in that. Yes, Michael says, when I first heard they were making Alita Battle Angel, I thought it was a big screen version of Dark Angel instead. Never seen Dark Angel. All right, Delon Movie says live action Fern Gully equals Ma. Fern Gully, The Way of Water equals worse than Ma. I take it Del is not a big Avatar fan here with that, but that's okay. It's all subjective. It's all art. Even though, yeah, I will agree, the story is very similar to Fern Gully. People always say like it's Dances with Wolves, but in space. Yeah, the story is that same level. It's not a reinventive story, but how he tells the story. Now that's what you got to look at there.
Mhm.
Remember, because we're talking all directing here today. So how do you tell the story? I think can make all the difference. All right, mid-level media says fish with the lentiki. I know that was a nice cover. I'm like, ooh, that's some nice stuff. Michael says I have a lenticular DVD cover of the Terminator. Nice. I think my VHS cover might be lenticular. It's either for T1 or T2. I know one of them's lenticular. Let's see. Adrian says there's an actor who starred in the Terminator movies that passed away recently.
You
Who
know,
was
Paul
that?
Winfield. I think Paul Winfield, part 1.
Yeah. Mhm.
Alex says lenticular covers are neat. With more studios had more of them. Yeah, I wish we did see more lenticular covers. It's kind of in like a rare occurrence now. Michael says, thought the pacing is pretty good. I didn't think there was much story, and the characters weren't in their avatar suits. They were reincarnated instead. Hisham says, hello, movie lovers, and hello, Last American Girl. I got a present for you. Always getting the presents. Mid-level media. Hey, Delman. Hey, Adrian. Benny says, my top 5 are 5 Avatar, 4 Avatar. Wait, what? 5 Avatar 2, 4 Avatar, 3 Titanic, 2 The Terminator, and 1 T2. The Terminator and T2 started my love for time travel and the post-apocalyptic genre. Absolutely. Does those perfectly. All right, nice. Okay. So we will get now into our third favorite James Cameron movie. But once again, before we do that, if you're just joining in, make sure you splash that subscribe button if you're visiting the channel for the first time. If you love physical media, talking movies, definitely want to be a part of this mega league of film fans. Go ahead, click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the latest content. Also, everybody's channel links are in the description below, so go visit them as well. Enjoy their content too. And then, of course, if you're in here already, make sure you got that like button going. And, of course, keep the comments going because we love to see everybody's rankings out there. We love to get those little details and knowledgeable facts I know you guys have about the movies out there. So definitely feel free to share away in the comments. All right, now we are on third favorite James Cameron movie. So, Ben Buster, what do we got? Third place.
We got, try and get it all watery in here. So I got Avatar. Ooh, right there. Okay. The reason I have this at number 3, it's like it was said earlier, this kind of revolutionized, in my opinion, cinema. If we didn't have the way James Cameron filmed Avatar, we wouldn't have gotten half of the stuff we got in like the Marvel Cinematic Universe or movies that have followed since Avatar. The motion capturing, the special effects everywhere. I mean, it holds up to this day. That tells you how well he's done those special effects. So, or the special effects, graphics. So,
All right, we got Pop's Movie Dungeon, number 3.
Now, I mean, absolutely no disrespect for this movie. This is one of my favorite movies of all times. But James Cameron's got some great stuff. This is going to number 3, and that's going to be T2. With, of course, this cool steelbook. I mean, love this movie. I remember I was in college, and me and about 5 buddies skipped class, went and seen this the day it came out. And I've probably seen it at least 5 times in theaters. Seen it probably 1 million times since. It's absolutely just a fantastic movie, probably the greatest action movie of all times. When this movie came out, it stayed at my number 1 for quite a while, and every time I watch it, it still amazes me the special effects when they first came out. They're a little dated now, but when it first came out, the liquid metal of the Robert Patrick Terminator, it was mind blowing when we first seen it in theaters. It's such a great movie. Absolutely love it. People hate on the 4K. I'm an old guy. I still got VHS eyes. So, I mean, it looks fine to me. I don't really worry about transfers too much. But I love the Steelbook. Maybe one day they'll get a better scan. But like I said, it doesn't bother me. I've watched this. It's fine for me. That's my number 3. And I can't believe that's not my number 1. But like I said, he's got so many great movies. It's gonna be my number 3 on this one.
And that Steelbook is amazing. That Steelbook.
Oh, man. Cool. These Lion Gates are great, man. I love this Steelbook. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, if I didn't already have a copy of the 4K, I'm like, I would have gotten that Steelbook.
And that's probably one of the I probably have bought that movie in every format, I'm sure. I know I had it on VHS back in the day. I bought that movie so many times over the years. So
all right, Last American Girl. What do we got? Third place.
Okay, number 3. It's going to be True Lies. As you guys already said, it's thanks to Jamie Lee Curtis, who is so amazing in this. Like, the movie is moving and sexy thanks to her. And It just has like all the qualities of movies that I like. Yeah.
No, that's a great choice. True Lies is excellent. Yep, Jamie Lee Curtis in there. It's just, yes, wonderful. All right, Fish, what do we got for third place?
Third place. This one I was in between this one and number 2, so I went with The Abyss as my third place choice. The special effects that they did for this movie laid groundwork for all his subsequent work. You know, the way the aliens looked or creatures. I don't know. Are they aliens or are they just underwater creatures? Don't know. We don't know. But the story in this is fantastic. I love everybody's relationships. They feel like they've worked together for years. They're underwater. They're working together for long periods of time. The relationship with Ed Harris and Elizabeth Mastrantonio was amazing. Pop talked about it earlier. There's a scene where somebody has to carry somebody back. And it's really heart-wrenching. It really is. It still gets me every time I watch it. And I actually like the special edition of this. There's a longer cut of this that gets a little more in-depth with some heavier subject matter as far as like nuclear war and nations fighting against each other. And yeah, so I do love this special edition. This movie's fantastic. It's, like I said, it's one of my favorites. I'm going between second and third on this one. So yeah, The Abyss. But like I said, the effects aren't as amazing, but when they first came out, they were fantastic. So, but yeah,
If
The Abyss.
Fish, you said it goes a little more in depth. That's a great word, by the way. Great choice of words than talking about that movie.
Yeah, I still need to see that special edition. I was like debating, should I go theatrical? Should I click the special edition? I'm like, just for the sake of time, I'll go theatrical, but I need to go back to that special edition.
Do check it out. Do check it out. I do like it as well. Like I said, it gives a little more story. Absolutely.
And what does that put the runtime at? Does that get it to like 3 hours?
Oh my gosh.
If it says on there. I'm not sure if it says on there. But
Special
anybody
edition,
can-
28 extra minutes. 28 extra minutes. So
Okay. Oh, not too bad.
Yeah.
Might be close then. Yeah. All right. Let's go to my third place pick. So number 3 out of my Terminator collection. Which way am I going to go? Am I going to go T1, T2? Well, let's go T1. So yeah, The Terminator. This movie is great. It's much more of a horror movie than Terminator 2. You got Arnold basically hunting down people to get to, Sarah Connor. So I like that aspect to it because I am a fan of the horror genre. So I think it's a lot more darker in that way, being kind of set in that horror mood. But Arnold's great in the movie. To me, when I think Arnold movies, I think The Terminator right away. He's just perfect with his attitude and his look. And he brings a personality to it, even though it's like a killing machine robot in some kind of way. And then I love the effects where they're basically he's like taking apart his stuff and like you can see his eye and all of that. That's a really cool effect. Yeah, it does kind of look dated now if you really look at it, but for the time I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, what can you say about this one? Great sci-fi movie. Once again, somebody was mentioning kind of getting into the post-apocalyptic kind of genre. To me, it did that perfectly. It's like, oh, the future can definitely be terrifying if the AI machines take over with all of Skynet. So I like that kind of a dark and twisted tale on that. So yeah, great movie, excellent acting, superb, and it has enough action in there, enough sci-fi elements, and just very solid movie in my opinion. Very enjoyable. I can always go back to that one. All right, let's take a look at the comments here. We got Alex saying, "Nice and watery." He with Ben Bust the water there. Yeah, see, Hisham says James Cameron almost directs Spider-Man starring Leonardo DiCaprio. That'd be awesome.
That would have been cool.
That needs to happen. That could still happen. Let's make it happen, James Cameron. After all your like 4 Avatar sequels, let's get on that.
How old were the
Leonardo might be a little too old now. Might be a little too old
Okay,
now.
it'll be an older Spider-Man. That's all right. It'll be
Well,
something
there's stuff in the comic books they could do, but that's for another stream.
True.
different. Michael says Avatar is third with counting Alita Battle Angel. Nice. Without, not with. Huck says terminate that like button. I thought of saying that too, but I'm like, wait, terminate could mean something bad. So I'm like, I don't want to say terminate that subscribe because then people will be like, oh, I'm off. I'm unsubscribed. So I'm like, So I thought about it, but yeah, sure. Terminate that like button. If that means clicking it, go for it. Terminate that all day. Yeah, I thought about so many different like taglines for the subscribe, like, and comments. And I'm like, I think what was the other one? I'll think of it, but there was another one too. Mid-level media says, "Oh damn, pops!" I know, putting the T2 at third place. Another shocker right there. All right. Brian says, if Jamie Lee Curtis danced like she did in True Lies for Michael, maybe Halloween Ends would have been better. It probably would have. It probably would have.
But
That movie definitely needed something to it. Maybe that's what it was. Michael says, I met Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, nice.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Alex says, Terminator 1 is indeed a horror movie. Not a good time to be named Sarah Connor. I know, like, that's so terrifying. Like, Sarah Connor just seeing on, like, the news, like, all these other Sarah Connors just getting off. It's like, oh, my goodness. Michael said the first Terminator is darker, but not scary. I guess, yeah, it depends how many times you watch it, how old you are. Wild Wrangler, Terminator, Cyberpunk, Slasher. Yep. Gizmo says, lost all respect for Cameron after Avatar 1 and 2. Wish it could go back and make classics again like Piranha 2, The Spawning, and Galaxy of Terror. I know you're joking with that one, Gizmo. You almost had me going now.
Gizmo was probably not joking on that. Gizmo was not joking on that, probably.
You like Piranha 2?
He likes all the obscure horror movies. He's actually a director. He's directed like 5 movies over in Norway.
Oh, nice.
So I promise you, he's not joking about that.
Oh, well, okay. Hey, you never know. Maybe there'll be a Piranha 3 at some point. Oh, wait, there probably was a Piranha 3. I don't know how many Piranha movies there. I'm sure
Who knows? Who knows?
It's okay. He'll do a reboot. Well, I mean, all his movies are like water-based. He could do a combining of all of them somehow. I don't know.
There you go.
Michael says Cameron was offered Spider-Man in 1994. That's a good year. That's definitely Spider-Man.
Good year.
The 4K tent revival. Hit that like button if you want to live. That's another good one. That's a good one. I didn't think about that one. That is a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody's saying hello to 4K tent revival. Yeah, Michael saying, what's Galaxy of Terror? Delon Movie says, yes, Wild Wrangler. First Terminator is a straight up slasher movie. Yep, absolutely. All right. So we are now on to our second pick. Ooh, going to the runner-up, right? Second favorite James Cameron movie out there. This is going to be interesting to see everybody's second place spot. All right, Ben Buster, what we got for number 2?
I'm going to show something that Mike. I'm going to show something that Mike just showed, but mine's a little bit different.
Yours is better. You win.
I'm going with which one? T1 right there. My number 2 is Terminator 1. Well, like Mike said, it's a great horror film. I mean, say what you want. It's darker. The shadows trying to find him and all those Sarah Connors in there. I'm glad my name's original. That's all I got to say. That's nothing like Sarah Connor in there. But, I mean, just seeing the fear on Linda Hamilton's face when she first meets him, I'm like, I wish I was in that room just to see that live.
Nice. Great pick. All right,
Mhm.
Pop, what do we got? Runner up.
All right. My number 2 is going to be Aliens. That's the box set. We'll go over to the official Aliens page here in this box set. So it's going to be Aliens. This is arguably probably top 5 movie of all times for me. I love the Alien franchise. It was a very bold back in the day to make a sequel to Ridley Scott's classic from the 70s of Alien. It's probably one of the most perfect sci-fi movies ever for me. Alien being a horror movie, Aliens is an action movie. And James Cameron making this movie, it was such a big deal back in the day. I was very excited about it. Seeing it in theaters, like I said, I'm the old guy. Seen all these movies in theaters, came out in '86. And stars Sigourney Weaver. Now, Sigourney Weaver in this, she broke ground in this movie. She was the first actress that was ever nominated for Best Actress, being in an action or a sci-fi movie. So she showed that a woman could be a star, could be an action star, and she's one of the best in this. I absolutely love Sigourney Weaver in this. This one here has a great cast. You got Michael Biehn again, like I mentioned earlier. You got Paul Reiser playing the bad guy. He's a total jerk in this. Does a great job at it. Bill Paxton in this steals the show. This is by far Bill Paxton's greatest role, I think. Lance Hendrickson, I'm a huge Lance Hendrickson fan. He plays the cyborg in this. This movie here is just absolutely phenomenal. And speaking of Avatar, I rewatched Avatar a couple days ago, and those mechanical suits the soldiers wear are very similar to the forklift things they have in Aliens. I noticed they're almost the same exact thing. They're just they're not yellow. If you painted them yellow, they'd be the forklifts from Aliens. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But this movie here, it was an absolute blast. I absolutely love it. If you've never seen the extended cut of this movie, I highly recommend watching the extended version. It is a little bit longer, of course, but you get if you've seen the movie, the girl Newt and her family, what happens to her, you get to meet her whole family. You kind of get to see the colony before it gets attacked. You get to learn more about Ripley, about what happened to her daughter. I highly recommend watching the extended version. It's the one I watch every time I watch Aliens now. I always watch the extended version. Absolutely adore this movie, and it's my number 2.
I think that's the
Nice.
first time we're seeing Aliens on anybody's list, right? So far, that's the 1st Aliens. Cool, nice.
And I'm a big Aliens fan. The whole franchise, even the bad ones, I love. So it's a great set, by the way.
I know that
It's got
one
a little
looks
shine
really
to it.
cool. Oh yeah, let's see that. Let's see that shine again. Let's see that front cover. Ooh,
So,
that's cool.
and I'm hoping to get a 4K set one day. But every page and every one of the movies, it's just a great looking set. Really hard cardboard, which everybody does. I got the pop knock. Got to knock it. It's a great looking set. So huge fan.
Right.
Nice.
Now
nice.
I wonder if we're gonna see Aliens on everybody else's list in the top 2, or if it did not even make some people's top 5. Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
it's got to make the top 5.
What will be
somewhere.
revealed? We'll have to explain everybody's reasoning by the end. All right, Last American Girl.
Well,
What
your
do we
question
got?
will be answered right away because it's my number 2 as well.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
So what I really like about this one, and what I like about certain directors, let's say Ryan Murphy and Tim Burton, is that they like to reuse actors because they have such great chemistry with them. And in this case, Sigourney Weaver, this is, I believe, her first time working with James Cameron, and then we saw her later on in other movies. But it just kind of and Mike knows I'm not a fan of horror movies, as of which is the T2 over T1. But with Alien, it's just one of those horror movies that I can revisit and watch, and it had such an impact on pop culture, and it was terrifying, and it's just great choice.
All right, Fish. What do we got? Second place.
My number 2 is the same as their number 2. It's
Yeah.
I've got that set too, Pops. Yeah, I love this
Oh,
set.
nice.
It's awesome. Yeah, I love these Alien movies. It's my favorite. I also only watched the special edition since I found it many years ago. But yes, the use of practical effects in this, the way they made the mother alien, 2 people had to control that whole thing. It's fantastic. I love watching the behind the scenes of how stuff's made, especially back in the day in the 80s, when stuff was more practical and not so much CGI. But yes, the special edition, you get more story, you get more background. To me, at the end, when Newt and Ripley are together, it you feel it a lot more if you watch the special edition. It doesn't feel as rushed, because you know where they both came from, and when they came together, you see that love a little more, and you know why they gravitated and latched onto each other. So I love that story. Once again, Michael Biehn, Lance Henriksen, they were both in Terminator. They're back in this. Yeah, great cast. A lot of them don't last long. Spoilers, but the ones that do are fantastic. But yeah, yep. Aliens, fantastic.
All right. So, second place, number 2 for me. Well, of course, because everybody was saying it, I have to go. No, actually, no. I'm not a big fan of that movie. So, I much prefer the first Alien. Yeah. So, actually, for my number 2, out of my 10 best picture set, you can already guess which one because it won best picture. So, Titanic, of course,
Forrest
for
Gump.
number 2. Forrest Gump is a great movie as well. But, this is a great set, by the way, everybody out there. I wish they would have done all of this, like a sequel, volume 2 to this. That would have been fantastic. But yeah, Titanic, absolutely amazing. Just one of the best romance stories of all time. But it's also just a perfect example of how to take like a historical event, something that's pretty fascinating in itself, but how to tell it in a way that's very easy to digest for mainstream modern audiences. Like when Titanic came out, everybody went to go see Titanic. Everybody and their mom were going to the theaters to see Titanic. I remember being a little kid. I don't even think I knew what was going on in the movie half the time, but I remember my dad taking me to go see Titanic at least once. But this movie is so action-packed, as much as it can be from a romance historical perspective, but the pace is always going in this movie. I watched it again last night. I'm like, okay, you know what? For the James Cameron stream, maybe I should go back, rewatch Titanic again. I'm like, oh, it's a long movie though. Am I going to fall asleep? Maybe I'll only watch half of it. But no, I stayed up the whole night watching it all the way through because it was just that engaging. I love how they use basically the first half to build the chemistry with Jack and Rose, so you can see why they like each other, why Rose is really into Jack, and all of that. So I think that's perfect. But then you get into that second half with all the sinking of the ship and the water flooding and everybody trying to escape and, you know, getting Jack out of the handcuffs with the axe. And like literally it's just going nonstop for that second half. You got the boat just splitting. You got all of that, people struggling with the lifeboats and just making things fascinating out of every little aspect and scenario, out of the boat sinking all the way up to the end. The only part I don't like of the movie is the old lady throwing the diamond in at the end. That part I still question just a little bit. I'm like, wait a second. Why'd she do that again? I don't know what's going on. But I guess maybe it's like a metaphor, or else she doesn't need it anymore. You never needed the riches or whatever. She had a good life. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys have a reason for it. But other than that, excellent movie, fascinating story. Makes me want to go watch that documentary you were all talking about. So it did what it needed to do and made tons of money at the box office. And James Cameron's like the box office king. So that's his like first title to hit 2 billion, right? So it was great. Very impressive. And to me, it's the hold up to today. It's excellent. All right, let's take a look at these comments.
Nice.
Got a lot of these comments coming. I know you guys thought I was gonna pull aliens there for a second, huh? No, get aliens out of there. I thought I was gonna like aliens more than I actually did. I think it's just because like I'm way more of an Alien fan. Like I really like Alien,
Yeah.
and that's more of a horror movie, and then it becomes an action movie. So I think that shift kind of threw me off. But all right, let's see. Adrian said James Cameron worked on Battle Beyond the Stars. I did not know. Well, I don't even know that movie. Is that a good movie? Hisham says, do you think Rose from the movie Titanic is a selfish person? I felt like she could maybe try to, share the door a little bit more, Let's see. Delon movies. I have that set bin. That was a nice one. The Terminator one. That's a very nice one. I like that.
Yeah.
Skeleton. Nice. Adrian says, Aliens is my number one. Yeah, a lot of people love Aliens. I still haven't seen the third or fourth Alien yet, and I heard those were not the greatest. So we'll see what I think of those. Let's see. Gizmo says Galaxy of Terror, a creature feature with stop motion effects. Cameron did production design on it. Believe he did it as a favor to New World Pictures. Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to check that out then. Dell says I also saw Aliens in theaters. We are old, Pop. Gizmo says he did it the year after he directed Piranha 2. He never thought he was going to get the opportunity again to direct after he did Piranha 2. And I've heard so much different things with Piranha 2. Like, yeah, he directed some of it, but he never finished directing it. Like, he left halfway through. Does anybody know, like, the complete story on that?
What I've read about it was that they did fire him there, I think, right in the middle, but they ended up still putting his name on the poster because the production company wanted an American's name as the director for selling purposes. And so even though his name's on the poster, he really didn't have that much to do with it. He did get fired. But his name's still on the poster.
All right. Hisham says Cal from Titanic is the good guy. Cal, that's the fiance, right? Yeah. Actually rewatching it again, he actually isn't that bad as I originally remember. Like, he's bad. Like, he has his moments, but I don't know. I just, this time watching it, I'm like, he's not the worst person ever. I don't know. It was more easy on him this time around, even though he does have his bad moments. So bad on you, Cal, for those moments. You know what I'm talking about. But he kept trying to get her back, though. I mean, he was fighting for her. Maybe that's what was it. Like, he was trying to get her back the whole way through. Even when they eventually got saved and stuff, he was looking for her.
I think that was more of a pride thing than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah.
All right, Gizmo says, Pops, you get Aliens and the Alien Bust. You know the egg edition I show you? You have probably forgot about that edition. Well, now you know. The egg edition.
That's an inside joke. He has a really nice statue of it's like an alien egg. It's really nice. And every time he shows it off, I really want it, but it's like $500.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll never have it. But it's a really nice edition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've seen there's like an alien bust of the alien head too, right? I think I've seen that one out there.
Yeah. Also very expensive.
Benny says, damn, that's a nice alien set. Oh, yes, it was. Lopke Vision Films, what's up, everyone?
What's up?
Dell says, I have the alien set too. Look okay at me being a real collector like the pros. Yeah, that's a better alien set than me. I got this one that's just like bare bones. This one's not anything special.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lofty Vision says, don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Absolutely, got to. Thank you so much. Hollow Note says, I'm the king of the world. That was a great moment. Jack has some great moments in there. I mean, that put just Leonardo DiCaprio on the map there, right? I think that was his first big movie. I mean, he had other movies like What's Eating Gilbert Grape and stuff, but that was like one of his big blockbuster kind of big ones, right? Alex says, Forrest Gump. Oh, Forrest Gump's great. Yep. Holland Oates says, hey, Lopke. Lopke says, Holland Oates. Alex says Titanic is an action movie, not a romance. There is romance involved, but the movie is about the ship going down. I would say the second half for sure is when it really picks up with that. But the first half, I would say, is definitely romance. I mean, what do you call that in the car? I mean, something's happening there.
Yeah.
All right, Alex says Pearl Harbor is a love story. There's war in the movie, but the movie is about the love triangle between Josh, Kate, and Ben. Good comparison there.
Harbor
Yep.
is so good.
Yeah, absolutely a love triangle in that movie. Yep. Gizmo says Forrest Gump is a remake of Bad Boy Bubby. A must to check out. I always showed that movie at Christmas Eve with the family. Never seen that.
Never check out that movie. He's being the smart buddy.
Nope.
And the Bad
Oh,
Boy Bubby
okay.
is not. That is, stay away from it. Never watch it. It's horrible.
So it's not a good Christmas Eve one with the family.
No.
That's not a good
Definitely
one to
not.
bring the mom over.
Definitely
and just
not.
Like, hey, here we go. I heard this was a really good one.
Yeah.
All right, Lopke says I got scrolled in the theater by mom because I laughed at the person hitting the boat's propeller. That was a great scene. And I think that was accidental, right? From what I remember. That when the boat tips over and he hits the propeller. You guys remember that scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was actually supposed to happen in the filming. Or I think I heard something like that was like accidental. But it's cool. All right, Hisham says James Cameron, Avatar: The Way of Water is the greatest movie in the world. Joanne Johnson says I smell CGI. Cal Daly says Benny Honda, wear that Sandra Bullock collection video.
If there was Cal, if there was any James Cameron and Sandra Bullock films together, I would show it.
All right, Cal Daly says Pops, my guy, what up?
What's up, Kylo?
Cal Daly says Fish, what up?
Hey, Kal-El.
Hello, everyone. All I know says he steals a kid to get on the boat. How is he not?
That's what I was thinking as well.
That was pretty bad. You know what? I always wondered what happens later to that kid. Like, it could have been a redemptive arc for him. What if he raised the kid and it all worked out really well? Hey, we do not know that for sure. We don't know what happened there. I'm just saying there's a potential there for a sequel. I don't know. I felt like there was something turning in him by the end. I felt like there was a redemption arc there that could happen. There was something. But that was kind of a clever scene, though, just to get on the boat. Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
That was outrageous. Alex says, I put the diamond in the coat. I put the coat on her. Face palm. Yeah, how did he not realize that? He did. Kyle Daly says, Pops, you get your money back for the Saw trap. You ever get money back for that one, Pop?
That's a bad subject. No, not yet. I'm supposed to be getting it back on the 15th, according to PayPal. But I did have to pay $81 shipping to ship that thing back to Australia, and the company will not reimburse me. I was too soon to talk about. Still very upset about it.
That was the trap. The trap itself was that item.
Man, that was the worst physical media mistake I've ever made. Lesson learned. Let's just say that.
Gizmo says, if I die next month in surgery, I will tell my girlfriend to ship you the alien egg. I promise I will try for you. Well, stay healthy, Gizmo. I hope you make it out okay.
Well, we have video proof. We have
that.
witnesses and video proof. Best of
We
luck
do.
to you.
We do have it written down now, though.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian says, I have the 9-disc DVD box set of the Alien Quad Trilogy. Yes.
Nice.
Adrian says, I also have the 6-disc Blu-ray box set, too. Hisham says, Rose, I'm not love you anymore. Cal, I hope you enjoy your time together. Yep. See, he was wishing them some farewells. I hope you enjoy your time together, you know? Huck says, hasta la vista, like button. You're coming up with some good ones today, Huck. Excellent. Holland Out says, Cal probably sent the kid off to work at one of his steel mills. He's creating jobs. Wait, he's a good guy. See, there's a lot of layers to these characters, okay? I'm telling you. That's why every time I rewatch that movie, I'm like picking up something different every time. But that just means it's a really good movie. It makes it really interesting. I thought the mom was pretty bad in that one, actually. Rose's mom, I thought she was terrible. I thought she didn't have no redeeming quality.
She was just after her money.
Yeah. Trying to hold on to that faith in society.
Jasper says, "Hey, Pops, big fan. The only thing that could make your streams better is the addition of Ken from Mid-Level Media."
Yeah, he's
Well,
a big
thank you,
component
Jasper.
of me getting Ken on my channel for a live stream. And, you know, we just hadn't done it yet, but, you know, appreciate you,
Hey, you
being
never
here,
know.
Anu.
It might happen.
Mhm.
All right, let's see. So once again, as we get into our first favorite James Cameron movie, make sure, reminder, splash that subscribe if you're visiting the channel for the first time, like and comment. So keep those
Mhm.
comments going. You guys are doing a great job with that. Those have been a lot of fun. And once again, everybody's channel links are in the description below, of course. All right, so now we're on the first place. Number one favorite. Let's see if there's going to be any shockers here or how many people have the same number one. The lists have been very varied so far. So, Ben Buster, what do we got? Number one.
Before you
best
make me
James
big,
Cameron movie.
put me back on the little screen for a second, Mike. I got a question to ask the panel.
Yes.
Okay, who here likes slip covers? Raise your hand if you
you
like
know I
slip
do.
covers.
Yeah, you know I do.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Okay, now Mike, now make it big.
Okay.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Ooh. That is a nice slip cover.
Yeah, I in that edition. It's very nice.
Yep, it is. And just to prove that this is my number one movie, I also have this right up here with me too.
The laser disc. Is that a laser disc? Yeah, laser disc.
That's
Nice.
a laser disc. So
I have
If
never
you can't
owned
tell-
a laser disc.
I actually found it at a thrift store for like $2. So I'm like, I don't have a player to play it. It's like, yeah, it's just go sit up there on the shelf as art work. So, but like I said, I T1 was number 2. T2 is number 1. I love this movie more than the other one, not because of Edward Furlong, but it was good to see Arnold Schwarzenegger play the same role, but as a good guy instead of the bad guy, but still see Linda Hamilton's character not trust him or learn how to trust him because of the previous movie. But John just has that trustiness and faith of a child that, oh, I trust this guy no matter what. Like Pop said, Robert Patrick's character in here was fantastic. I love. It's like, oh, how are they going to top the Terminator in the last one? Here he goes. He can melt. Oh, that's nice. So I mean, yeah, T2 right there. That's my number one.
Great
enough
choice.
edition.
And I love that laser disc. I'm like, that looks so cool. I need to get a laser disc one of these days.
Yeah.
All right, Pops. First place.
All right. Well, this is pretty easy for me. My number one is going to be the original Terminator. This is the media book they came out with. So anyway, this movie here it holds a special place in my heart. When it first came out, I became an instant fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is the movie that introduced me to him. I've seen this before I've seen Conan. But this movie came out in '84. Also seen this in theaters. It has a great cast: Linda Hamilton, Michael Biehn again, Lance Henriksen's in this. It has a small role. Paul Winfield, we were talking about earlier, just passed away. This movie here is just such a great movie. This is definitely, in my opinion, a slasher movie. It's more of a, I say this is like a slasher horror movie. Terminator 2 is like an action movie. So I put them both in that category as one of my favorites in each category. But this movie is so rewatchable for me. When I was building my movie room here and I was picking out posters, other than my Rocky poster and my Jaws poster, my Terminator poster sitting right over there, that will never come down. It's the classic, him holding the gun, when you see the red through the sunglasses. It's just a great movie all around. It's very rewatchable. It's got a great story. Linda Hamilton just plays a great character in this, where she turns into the badass she does in Terminator 2. It's just what can I say about it? It's just one of my favorite movies of all times. And then when I knew I was doing the stream, this one here was going to be number one every day. So that's what I got for my number one. I absolutely love that movie. There you go.
There's the Terminator right there.
There you go. I like it.
I'll be back.
Yeah, Pop. I knew when Terminator 2 was lower on the list. I'm like, you know what? I bet you got Terminator 1 at the top spot.
And don't get me wrong, I love T2. It's one of my favorites of all times, but Terminator is where it's at. And as I'm getting older, I go back to Terminator more than I go back to Terminator 2. So,
and that's the sign. If you go to a movie to rewatch it more and more, then has to go higher up. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Last American Girl. I already feel like I know your number one pick.
No surprise. Got the shirt. I actually got this one to show off. VHS, the 2-disc
Nice.
one. I've already shown in previous streams. I have the like the cassette lights for it. Got this digitally. Got this in almost every imaginable way to do it because it is probably my favorite movie of all time. Got the poster over there. Yeah, everything about it, perfection. The story, very moving. We've already talked about how we saw James Cameron movies way too young. This was one of them. I was in elementary school. We had the 2 DVD edition. I would ask my dad, "Hey, Dad, can I watch Titanic?" He'd be like, "Sure. Do you want to watch the first half, which is romance, or do you want to watch the second half, which is action?" I'd be like, the action one. And I've just watched it over and over too many times. The story, beautiful Romeo and Juliet kind of story. 10 out of 10.
Yep, I knew you were gonna go with that, but I didn't know the shirt. You had the shirt you were rocking. I'm like, I totally missed that. Well, that's awesome. That's why I needed you on the stream because I'm like, you're the biggest Titanic fan I know. I'm like, I gotta get you on here to represent that Titanic. And I like the VHSs too because it's like you can choose. Like you said, you want to go with the romance half or you want to go with the action half. And like any day you can be like, oh, I'll go this way, I'll go that way. All right, Fish. Number 1, first place.
Number 1. Well, I see you, Bin Buster. T2 is also my favorite. I got that one. But the only version I don't have it in is VHS. There's Blu-ray, and then I also snagged that 4K Lionsgate Steelbook. I absolutely adore this movie. I saw this in the theaters when it came out that summer of '91. I was 13 years old. You know, very young, impressionable, love action movies. Linda Hamilton turning into the badass that she does. Arnold Schwarzenegger flipping script and becoming the good guy from the first, as opposed to the hunter stalker killer in the first one. The addition of Edward Furlong, not the greatest child actor, but I still enjoyed him in this. I don't know why he got so much hate. Robert Patrick, fantastic. Didn't say a whole lot, but didn't need to. Just his facial expressions, everything about him was amazing. Joe Morton was great and a little supporting role as Miles Dyson. So yes, fantastic movie. Revolutionized the way CGI and special effects were made.
Yeah.
Taking off from The Abyss. So yeah, my favorite James Cameron movie. I love this. I watched it last night. Actually got it on the TV right now. So yes, I love this movie.
Oh, great pick. Excellent. You guys have all had some awesome first places. So Fish, I'm gonna have to follow along with that. Gonna have to jump into that boat with you. With Terminator 2, absolutely. I can go with the one out of here, or I can go with the 4K that most people don't like. I will say on the 4K though, to me, I don't hate it because basically all they do is they scrub it clean to take away the film grain. So it looks like a newer movie. So if you like the way newer movies look, you actually might enjoy the 4K. I know when my wife saw me playing it on the TV, she was like, "Oh, is that a new Terminator movie?" Just because of how it looks now. So it just depends if you like that style. So just depends. Do you like film grain or not? But so I don't think it's awful. At first, I thought it was awful because it was something different, but I would say I'm kind of warmed up to it by now. But also in this box set, I highly recommend getting the one that has at least the longer edition of the movie, because this one has like 3 different editions of Terminator 2. And I watched the longer cut for the first time. I forgot what it was called, like director's extended cut, something like that. And it was fantastic. To me, it adds in really crucial scenes, like basically explaining how the Terminator can now learn and adapt with like resetting the chip. To me, I don't know why they took that out of the theatrical cut of the movie. To me, that scene is crucial. So if you haven't seen that yet, I would see it just for that. Yeah, some of the other scenes they add in there, I can be like, oh, I get why they took it out. The acting isn't as strong. It does kind of slow down the pace of the movie, but that one chip scene I just think is really important. But yeah, you guys said a lot of great things about the movie. It's amazing. It's my favorite action movie of all time. So if I'm in an action mood, I want to put on Terminator 2 because it's like nonstop from start to finish. The evil Terminator in this one, the liquid metal effects are so cool. And then just the effects of him like rising out of the ground and the psychiatric ward kind of place. That's a super cool visual scene. So yeah, that Terminator is fantastic. Arnold is great to see as the hero now. And so to me, it just works all the way around. And then you got Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor, who is now like the war hero protector of her son and all of that, trying to save humanity. Whereas in the first movie, she's more startled because she's just learning about this Terminator stuff. This one, she's like prepared, ready to go. So yeah, excellent. The Miles Dyson stuff, like you were saying, Fish, is fantastic. I love that whole building scene. That's super cool. And then just the ending scene is fantastic with the melting, with the lava and all that. That gets very emotional. You can see like the kid's like attachment to the Terminator now. So that's really cool stuff. But yeah, I would definitely check out the longer editions of the movie if you have not seen them. I think they're actually pretty fantastic. But yeah, I mean, such a good movie. You can't go wrong with Terminator 2. Have you guys all seen the extended editions of that one?
Oh yeah,
I just watched it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I forgot to talk about it. Yeah, like you said, there's actually 3 different versions on there. There's the theatrical, there's an extended, and there's a special extended that actually gives it a whole different ending. If you've never seen the 3rd version, it's a completely different ending, which I'm not a fan of. I like the middle of the road one, the special, not the long one, but the special edition one. I think the one you saw, Mike. But yeah, there's that long one that I'm not a big fan of that ending, but. Yes, I have. They're fantastic. They're amazing. Yes, like you said, check out that special edition one.
Yeah, I almost forgot to mention that ending. I know exactly what you're talking about. It was kind of cool seeing it for the first time, though, to see, okay, it could have gone that way differently. So I didn't like absolutely hate it just because it was something new. And I'm like, okay, that's a different way it could have gone. Okay. I don't know if I would have gone that way, but I'm like, it's cool to see the option.
I think he left it on the cutting room floor, because he probably opened it up for other stories to tell. Because if you ended it that way with that extended edition one, it's a definitive ending. So,
yeah, and I wonder if that was James Cameron's choice or if the studio was like, "Hey, no, we like these movies. We want to keep making more."
That's probably what happened. Yeah, I'm sure.
But everybody had some great first place picks. We didn't all choose Terminator 2, so that was good. So, yeah, because Pop had Terminator. Ben Buster, you had the Terminator 2, right? Fish, you had Terminator 2. I had Terminator 2. And then Last American Girl, you had Titanic. So there was some variety there. So that's why I still wanted to do this ranking stream to see kind of the differences in the ranking list. Because I'm like, yeah, even though he has a small filmography, there's going to be different thoughts and opinions on each of the movies. We're going to put them at different levels. So that was definitely really cool to see. But let's look at some of these comments here before we get wrapped up with this one. Let's see. All right, let's go to, here. Yeah, Gizmo says, oh, wait. Hey, Pops, big fan. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah. The only thing that can make your streams better is the addition of Gizmo from Video Man and Gizmo channel.
He was
He
just
is
on my
just
stream
so
Saturday
great.
night, and I lost 5 subscribers. No, I'm joking.
Hey, well, hey, Gizmo, if you want to be on another stream, I actually do have an opening for tomorrow's stream. Actually, I may have a couple openings for tomorrow's stream, or even on Friday if that day works better. I have one spot.
Gizmo
open
is a
for
great guy.
Friday,
He's a
so.
cool dude. He really is. Very knowledgeable in movies too, by the way.
Oh,
The
then we
technical
got to
aspects
get
of him.
Gizmo on the
He's a
channel.
director. He's directed movies. I mean, a bunch of horror movies, but he's a pretty knowledgeable guy.
Yeah, Gizmo, I got to get you on the channel then. Gizmo, if you're interested in those streams, message me on Instagram, okay? We'll get you set up with that. But yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Gizmo says, oh, I had that laser disc back in the days. Love it. If you have many laser discs, please do a video. I love to drool over them. I mean, yeah, they just look so cool. But I've never asked the quality on laser discs. Were they better? Were they better than DVD quality, or were they before that?
That is the only physical media format I've never collected. Never had a player. Never had a laser disc. I went from VHS straight to DVD.
I mean, it's about DVD quality. It's a little bit better because you're taking a film cell and upgrading it into disc. So I mean, yeah. So it's about DVD quality. You'll still get the film grains and everything, but think of it as a precursor to HD DVD.
Yeah, they
but
look
the size
so
of
cool,
a record.
Yeah, I could just see them taking up so much space, but I guess for the display ability is just super cool. Oh my goodness. You ever see one of those Last American Girl? I know you're a young one like me.
I like kind of the old. Again, we've had this conversation that I'm very behind on the times. I still collect CDs. I still collect DVDs. I have a vinyl collection, so I love Laserdiscs. I think they're beautiful, and I always appreciate the artwork on them.
Yeah.
Never been able to use one though.
Yeah, I know. It's like you would have to track down a Laserdisc player, and that would be kind of interesting, though. Benny says the T1000 slip cover. Yep, that was a nice slip cover. Amazing Anna just joining in. Hi, everyone. I know I'm late. I had class. That's okay.
Yeah.
Class is important. All right, Cal Al Daily says you need the Terminator Extreme Edition. Best version, best DVD. What's the Extreme Edition? Now I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Cal Al Daily says Terminator 2 flawless. Never hear any hate on Terminator 2. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard anybody that said they're just like, nah, don't like Terminator 2 at all. Terminator 2 is so good. Best action movie. Oh, so good, so good. Let's see. Cal Daily says, have you seen this boy? Negative T1000. Alex says T2 theatrical or director's cut. I think the director cut adds some essential scenes that should be in the theatrical version. Yeah, I think the resetting to me is that crucial scene where it's like, oh, that totally makes sense now. Because before I would question, how is this Terminator like developing and kind of learning like a human almost? Like, what is going on here? I think that's crucial. Kyle Daly says props for T2 4K blasphemy. I didn't say props. Whoa, did I say like this is the best thing ever? I could say if you like it, I understand it. Because the movie's the same. All it changes is takes away the film grain. And if you're somebody that doesn't like film grain, like my wife hates film grain. She does not like any film grain in her movies. She only likes post-2000 movies. She would prefer to watch that one over the film grain one. So, I mean, it just depends what your preference is. To me, I'm like, I don't care. Like, literally, I could watch either one and be happy. But that's just me, I guess. All right, Alex says, yes, exactly. Caladay says, those scenes were added in Ultimate Cut and Extreme Cut back on DVD. Huck says, yeah, that T2 extended cut is great. The T1000 is rifling through the bedroom, touching stuff to make a connection. It was subtle, but awesome. Yeah, good stuff. Gizmo says, I always wanted to see a crossover between the Predator and Judge Dredd. That was so random, Gizmo. But okay. That would be
That
I
would be
think you
cool,
could
though.
at least see some James Cameron titles, like what, like an Avatar with an alien, like that'd be kind of cool. Hey, that's what they should do in the Avatar movie. The aliens come down in one of the Avatar sequels and just infects the planet or something.
Alien versus Terminator. Alien
There you
versus
go.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
I
those
actually
sound good.
I love those versus movies. Like Alien vs Predator, I thought was pretty underrated. I thought that was a solid one. So I would like to see more verse movies. That would be cool. Lopke says, I cannot cry. That is why I cannot stay. Terminator 2. Yeah, that was a powerful moment. Those last ending scenes right there are really powerful.
No, they still get me. They still get me choked up. They do.
Oh, there's so many good lines in that movie too. My favorite is with Sarah Connor, no fate but what we make. Oh, I love that line. That line's so good. Every time I see that, I'm like, ooh, I gotta go seize the day now. All right, Kal-El Daily says, yeah, fish that ending. Why angry face? You don't like the ending? I don't know why there's an angry face.
Yeah, I think it was for that longer special extended edition.
Oh, yes, yes. I could see people hating that part. Adrian says, I have the special edition of T2 on DVD. Loppy says the best edition was on DVD. Let's see. The other guys are judges. Dredd is the law. He ain't a judge. He kills judges too. But yeah, Predator Dredd crossover would be fun. Tim Talks Doggy says T2 is not only Cameron's best, in my opinion. It's a testament to practical effects and the high octane action. Basically, a perfect movie. Yeah, those visual effects still keep up today. They're very, very solid. Really, really good. But yeah, to me, it's like nonstop action from beginning to end for a lot of it. So I love it for an action movie. So good.
They always talk about the T1000. Never talk about the actual nuclear explosion, the set that the small sets they built and blew away.
Yeah.
The playground scene or the playground set.
The playground scene was intense. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great one. I'm glad you brought that up, Fish, because every time that scene comes on, I'm like, oh my goodness. So good. Lopke says James Cameron wanted to end after T2, but it was the studio who made him change it. Yeah, I figured that. Yeah. Kal-El Daily says, laugh out loud. They took 12 years to make another, so I think they just chose the right ending. Laugh out loud. For T3, was it? Was T3 really 12 years later? Wow. Time flies by. Lopke says, digging that Titanic t-shirt, Last American Girl. Yeah, see, I needed a James Cameron movie t-shirt for this one. I totally did not have one. I'm like, should have got a Terminator shirt or something.
You're wearing blue.
I know. I'm wearing the blue, so that works. It kept in the water theme at least. I mean, can you believe it? Like, Cameron's like fascination water. I'm like, the majority of his movies have water. Yeah, and I guess not Terminators and True Lies, but the rest, all water stuff. Even Piranha 2, you got water there. Abyss, Avatar, Titanic, lots of water. He loves the water. That's what it is. All right, Adrian says, the new Ant-Man 3 trailer has come out. Yes, but it's James Cameron directing that. No, he is not. But that will be a cool movie. Kal-El says, Laserdisc had more true color palettes than DVD. Nightmare on Elms are awesome on these. Ooh, nice. Those and uncut. Alex says, Laserdisc equals analog format, DVD digital. Ooh, okay, that's good information. What do you prefer, the analog or the digital? That is the question. All right, Alex says, didn't Laserdisc come out in the VHS days? It's slightly comparable to DVD quality, I guess. Kal-El Daily says, I still collect CDs and DVDs too. American Girl. Yep. I mean, yeah, of course. We're all about that on the channel. Any physical media collection is great.
Yeah, I'm about to do a video of my DVD collection here in a little bit. So,
yes, everybody,
Nice.
make sure you sub the Fish so you can see that collection video. And of course, sub to everybody else as well. We got a great panel on here tonight for you all. All right, Huck says Laserdisc, when formatted with the higher format, Cav, I think was the name. It was better than some of those first pixelated looking DVDs, but they do look more like newer DVDs in my opinion. Amazing Anna says Laserdisc, what are those? I don't think Amazing Anna has ever seen a Laserdisc.
They're discs that shoot lasers.
They sound awesome. They're probably the coolest sounding format. A Laserdisc is less than DVD, but you can compare it with the first early of DVD. They are about 50% better than standard VHS and 20% lower than DVD. Those are specific, excellent Gizmo. You're giving us the great technical knowledge. I appreciate it. Huck is laughing out there at Anna's comment. Everybody's laughing at Anna's comment. A laser that throws discs. Wild Wrangler says, watch some Godzilla films. Amazing Anna says, I thought your favorite line was, I'll be back. That's another good one. Yes. I mean, there's so many good lines in Terminator. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Adrian says, favorite scene in Terminator 2. Ooh, that's a good question. Panel members, you guys have a favorite scene that sticks out?
Yeah, my favorite scene is the motorcycle chase when Arnold's, cocking the shotgun. That whole scene is just fantastic. And the little alley or whatever the thing is in the ditch. It's so much fun.
So good.
But him on the motorcycle doing the shotgun, it's just bad.
Yeah.
Did you have one, Fish?
Oh yeah, no, that's one of them. Absolutely. I don't know, just that little. It was just a little part where he's Sarah's wounded, of course, shot in the leg, and he's coming up on her slowly. She's trying to get the bullet in the gun. It's like extends his little pointer finger out, stabs her, call to John, and then he's got that one finger on her, almost to her face. And then in comes Arnold to save the day. I just love that part. You just like when I first watched it, you're like it was so intense because you didn't know if he's gonna get her or not, So, but yeah, no, I love that part in this.
So good. Ben Buster, you got a favorite?
Yeah. I gotta say it's the one where they're on the phone and he goes, they're dead. Like how he was able to change the voices and everything. Yeah.
And then Last American Girl, you just watched it for the first time. Did you have a scene that stuck out?
Just the ending for me. I feel like after the adventure that was those two movies, just how kind of settled. It just settled nicely, that ending scene. Very heart.
Yeah. And that was amazing how that movie was able to, you got the nonstop action throughout it, but you still have the moments of heart in it, right? It just gets you those emotional punches when it needs to. It's like, oh, so good. Yeah, mine still is the no fate but what we make scene, all that like talking, and then they start to realize, going after Miles Dyson and all that, and like Miles Dyson's like, you're blaming me for things I haven't done yet. Like that's all.
One thing that I didn't know until recently is the actress that played the Foster Mom in T2. That's the same actress from Aliens that plays Vasquez.
Yep.
I did not know that till recently, so that was kind of cool. So
yeah, I had no idea. I did not make that guy.
Fear that she does through the milk jug to the foster dad. That was pretty intense.
So yeah, once again, Cameron using the same. A lot of directors like to talk about using the same have chemistry. They work well together.
Lance Henderson is like the main star in this blockbuster here. He's like the main guy.
Look at that. That's a must watch right there.
Yeah. This is a stream release. This thing's even got look at this. It's a great release. It's even got a reversible slip. Look at there. So
see, that makes me kind of want to watch it.
Don't. It's okay. It's fun. It's fun, but it's not a good movie. Like I said, I love these kind of movies, so it's fun, but it's definitely not one of his best. So.
Alex says, yes, the mini scale of Sarah's nightmare is amazing. Yeah. Yeah, you get a lot more scenes with Sarah too in the extended edition, like in the psychiatric hospital and stuff, like the dreamlike sequences. You get a lot more of that too. Gizmo says, what people misunderstood often is the quality of film is 70% of the time from the scan of the original print, not the format it's released on. That's good information. Yeah, if you can get that original camera negative and get a really good quality scan and then even like a restoration with it, at least from what I've heard, I'm no expert. To me, that's when it looks super good.
I was gonna bring something up. That actress that played this the foster mom. She's also the immigrant, the Irish mom in Titanic.
Oh, she sure enough is.
Had
Actually.
the two little kids that drowned, and yeah, that's that actress
I
too.
didn't know that. I didn't know that. Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
All right, Lofty says that playground scene from is what it's like in Arizona when it's windy during the summer. Yeah, if anybody's been to Arizona, you know it's excruciating hot over there, especially in the summer. It's like, oh my goodness. Stay
I'm in
indoors.
Florida. We hold our own too. During the August months, we hold our own. It's probably not Arizona hot, but it's hot.
I knew someone who accidentally left their key in their car in Arizona, and the key, like the beeping key, melted, and they had to buy a new one.
The 4K tent revival, Linda Hamilton was adorable in her little hitman outfit from T2. It was a great outfit. Mm-hmm. Lofty says that playground scene is what it's like. Oh, yeah, we got that. Anna says, he said it with expression. Yes, and funny, I was thinking the same thing. Callow Daily, does Last American Girl have a channel?
Not yet, but soon. Not for movies, though, for music.
Callow Daily says, fun fact that
Nice.
flipping the shotgun almost broke his arm, or did. I can't believe.
Oh, wow.
Alex says, favorite scene is John robbing the ATM and having a fun day with his pal at the Galleria Mall arcade. He.
Mm-hmm.
What a cool kid. It was interesting to see the beginning, though, because you almost didn't know, like, okay, is Arnold going to be the good Terminator, bad Terminator? Because you're still remembering from the first movie, like, hey, that was the bad guy, so this is bad Terminator here. And then we got the cop Terminator, like, oh, that could be a good Terminator. So then to see when it happens, you're like, oh, okay, now I get where this is going. I thought that was pretty clever, too, how that was presented.
Well, it was also clever because they had Arnold wear the same stuff. He was dressed exactly identical as the first one.
Oh.
Alex says Sarah's escape is a pretty amazing scene too. Yep, that's a really good one too. I mean, there's so many good scenes. Like every scene is like memorable in some way in that movie. It's just so good. Hisham says, yes, my heart will go on, or the power of love. Alex says she is also the lady in Titanic telling her children that her story of death. Yep, my drowning or something. Yep. Gizmo says, was my comment random? I never throw random things in the chat. I just went into some more deep alien territory with my dread predator comment. Santa Claus rock. Lockie says, rest in peace, Earl Bowen. Alex says that lady is in nearly all her movies. Alex says, what is hilarious is she plays a Hispanic lady in Aliens, but is Irish in AF. Lopke says, yeah, I live in Arizona, and when a gust of wind picks up at 120 degrees, the first thing that comes to mind is that scene. Oh my goodness. Lopke says, every time I'm at the mall and I see the back hallways, that's the first thing that comes to my head is T2. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. So we'll give everybody a chance here to kind of close out, say anything they would like to the audience, promote their channel, of course. Let us know of any upcoming things we should be looking forward to. So let's go to Ben Buster. What do we got going on, Ben Buster?
This Wednesday I have a Walmart Wednesday video coming up. I actually know of a Walmart that still has their bins. They're like $5, $3 bins. So I'll actually go there and dive through those, see what I can get. Because there's a VHS VHS slip cover of the DVD version of T2. So like the retro ones like Mill Creek puts out, but on the DVD, I know that I've seen that one in there several times. So I might actually go check that out. And coming by the end of the month, like maybe in a couple weeks, is my first episode of Rewind, where I take a look at films that have never gone past the VHS or DVD, Matt? Which we say they right or release. Asking the question, are they really forgotten films? And that's all.
Awesome. That's great. Pops, what we got going on?
Well, Wednesday night, a couple days, I'm going to be on Ken's channel, Middle Level Media, doing the roundtable. That's always a lot of fun. Y'all be sure to check that out. This coming Friday, 4K Tent Revival that was in the chat. I'm going to be on his channel, and we're going to be doing a watch along of, I believe we decided on Jason Goes to Hell. He has a WTF stream where we kind of get the more obscure movies, and we do watch alongs and kind of laugh and joke about or whatever. And that's going to be what he's going to have on his channel next. He invited me to be on that. Other than that, I got some collection updates coming up. We do live streams on the weekends quite often. Y'all be sure to check that out. That's about it.
All right, and the Last American Girl.
Hello. Well, goodbye, I guess. No channel yet, but soon. If you're into music, if you're into concerts, we finally decided that it's time to share how it is that we get such good views.
Nice. All right, and Fish.
Fish, thank you for having me, Mike, again. Let's see. This Thursday, I will be on Convicted Cinephiles channel. Derek, over there, we are doing the tournament bracket, sort of the 90s Best Picture nominees. Sorry, couldn't get that out. So all the 90s Best Picture nominees, we're doing a tournament-style bracket and figure out which one is the best of the 90s. Also, I think I'll be joining Mike Friday. If you're doing that stream on Friday, we'll be talking about, I believe, our top 5 most anticipated movies for 2023. So I'm excited about that one. There's a lot of great stuff coming out this year. So super excited to talk about those things. As for me, personally on my channel, I want to start, like I said, showing off these DVDs so I can start putting them up, because I've started to focus more on 4Ks and Blu-rays, although there are some things like Ben Buster Knows are only available on DVD. So I do keep those out so I can enjoy them whenever I want to. But yeah, so stuff like that. So once again, thanks for having me.
Yes, and thank you all, my panel members. Absolutely amazing. You all had great ranking lists today, so that was wonderful just to see everybody's choices, everybody's #1 picks. That was fantastic. So for my channel now, tomorrow night, and this did come up kind of last minute, but I want to get it going. So tomorrow night, same bat channel, same bat time. I'm going to do a top 5 anticipated movies of 2023. That is also going to be a stream on Friday, but each of those streams are going to have a different panel of blue tubers and collectors out there. So yeah, it's going to be top 5 anticipated for that year we're now in, what movies we're looking forward to. So that will be tomorrow night with an awesome panel of collectors, and also again Friday night, just a whole different set of collectors. Like Fish will be on the one Friday night. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm still trying to fill in a couple of spots for the one tomorrow night, and then one spot on Friday night. So if any blue tuber collector out there, movie enthusiast, wants to be on one of those streams, hit me up on Instagram right away, and we can get that figured out. So that's going to be a lot of fun, those streams. Yes, and I will also be on Derek's channel Thursday night for that tournament of the Best Picture nominees and all that from the 90s. So that's going to be fantastic fun as well. So a whole lot of streams going on this week. So definitely support everybody's channel. Go out and watch everybody's content. Anytime you can play a video all the way through, it greatly helps everybody. Even if you can only just play it in the background while you're doing something mundane around the house or going on a walk, hey, that still helps us out a whole bunch. We definitely appreciate it. And of course, all the comments and likes. We had a great audience tonight. You guys are giving us tons of comments, so that was a lot of fun. You all made it very interactive, so that was just great. So thank you so much again, audience, for watching and just interacting with the channel tonight and all my panel members here. But that's going to be it for the top 5 James Cameron ranking stream. Everybody have a great night out there, and remember to make every day a movie day. So go watch some movies out there.